So you guys want to scale your high ticket dropshipping business. There's a bunch of ways you can go about doing it, and I'm going to go through some of them in this video, try to help you to take your business from not doing much to doing a lot. My name's Trevor with eCommerce Paradise. Been doing this for like 15 years, and I figured out what works and what helps really good and what to kind of avoid and not to work on. So let's go over some of the steps. So the first thing, first and foremost, with any high ticket dropshipping store, the more suppliers you have, the better. So we're always going to be recruiting suppliers for you. Number one thing with supplier recruiting is that you have to be either filling out contact and dealer application forms on their website to get a hold of them, or you call them, and both is ideal. Uh, Sending cold emails to suppliers doesn't really work as well anymore. A lot of it just gets lost in the inbox, and a lot of it ends up in spam. So we stopped doing that. And by the way, we do services. That's what we do. We're a digital marketing agency for high ticket dropshipping store owners and entrepreneurs that want to start high ticket dropshipping stores. So if you want to get more information on that, go to ecommerceparadise.com and check out the services menu. So getting suppliers is great, but they have big catalogs. What are you going to do? Well, you got to upload those products, and you got to know which products to upload. You can't just upload any of their products. You should really focus on their best-selling products. And so what we do for our clients is we reach out to the supplier. We get a list of their best-selling products. It's usually like 5 to 10, maybe up to 20 products that are, generally speaking, their best performing SKUs or series. Sometimes, every supplier is different. Sometimes they have like a model series, and sometimes they just have straight up like single products that sell really well. So you just have to get that list from the supplier. It's the best data place that you'll get it from. The other thing you can do is go look at competitor sites, slash collection slash all, and then sort by the specific brand or category, whatever, but get the best selling suppliers and best selling products right from your competitor sites. Usually I like to only look at the older sites because the newer sites aren't going to have as much data. So older sites, and keep in mind with Shopify, it's always going to sort by the number of products sold, not by the revenue. All right, so more suppliers, more products, and then what you got to do is you got to get those products into Google Shopping ads. That's the best place to get conversions. People are shopping for high ticket products there. They're not, always looking for high ticket products on Amazon or other places. They're looking for niche sites because oftentimes they'll get deals in niche sites. They're going to give them a percentage off or a dollar amount off. You're going to give them a free gift, opportunity to get add-ons and things like that. And also with high ticket products, oftentimes they're more complex and they need more service and support. So you're going to be able to provide them better service and support than any big box store will. Okay, so that's the thing. You got to start niche sites, and you got to provide really good service by learning how the niches work. All right, so moving forward from that, getting your products in the Google Shopping ad means you got to get onto Google Merchant Center. Google Merchant Center is really tricky these days. But the best thing that works is sign up for Google Merchant Center, submit your feed, make sure everything on Google Merchant Center matches your website perfectly, and then let it sit there for like at least 2 to 3 weeks. Don't run any shopping ads right away. Just let it sit. Don't even upload any new products. Don't even change your site. Just let your site stay the same, because Google Merchant Center has all the automated bots that can tell if you're updating your website constantly and adding new products. And if you run shopping ads, and things will flip a switch over there if you do it too soon after your products are approved in Google Merchant Center. So let it sit for 2 to 4 weeks, I would recommend. And then you can start running shopping ads, but run them really low budget shopping ads, just like really slow to start for the first couple of weeks, and then gradually build up from there. They don't like to see scammers. Oftentimes will try to run like a huge amount of shopping ads all at once, and they're going to try to get as many sales as they can, and they'll disappear with the money, and they won't even pay Google ads, right? So they want to see a slow build up, like a natural build up of a business. Okay. All right, the next thing you can do is some social media marketing. Social media marketing is really good. Organic marketing can be done really easily these days through automation apps. The app that we use for clients is Outfy, Outfy, and it's really cool because you can just plug in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube, and then it automatically creates shorts and vertical content for your channels. And it goes out every day. It's not, the best content possible, but it's good enough, and it can get you backlinks, and it can get you likes and subscribers. So it's really good. If you want to go beyond that, what I recommend doing is getting what's called user generated content, which is usually like photos and videos from customers that have bought your products. And in order to do that, you got to incentivize them. You got to set up emails and call them and stuff like that. Incentivize them with like a $20 or $50 gift card for your store, and then they'll send in a photo or video. and you'll actually be able to use that for social media. You can create videos, put on social media of your customers, thanking you and showing the product, photos, all that stuff. So user-generated content usually has the best, result as far as like any kind of content goes on social media. So definitely look into that. All right, some more ideas here that I have that you can work on is setting up a DUNS number, D-U-N-S. DUNS is like the D&B, Dun and Bradstreet, offers DUNS numbers, and it's really good for businesses to build business credit. So, all you have to do to apply is just type in, dnb.com and go to their DUNS number application portal, and you'll have to fill out all your business information. And, that's going to give you a DUNS number, and you'll be able to give that to suppliers, and suppliers are going to, trust you better, and you'll also be able to get more credit for your business through, banks. So DUNS is really good. Another thing you can do if you have some sort of a physical location, not just a virtual address, but you need like a physical location, usually use your residence if you're dropshipping only, or if you have some sort of app office or something like that, use that. But a Google Business Profile, Google My Business used to be called. Google Business Profiles will give you a special slot on the search engine's results page when someone types in your business name, and it just shows more trust for your business, and it helps people trust you more. Next thing you can do is set up Trustpilot. Trustpilot's really cool because it's a third-party reviews app, and so it's harder for people to fake reviews on there, and they go through a whole process to make sure reviews aren't fake. So getting Trustpilot set up for your store, you'll get some negative reviews, but you can respond to them and take care of them. It's better having a negative review with a positive response from your business than it is just having all positive reviews. Okay, people can see that stuff and see that you're taking care of people, right? So Trustpilot's really good. It's free to sign up for. Just get it set up. All right, and then let's see here, what's some other ones? Content marketing, something we do for clients for scaling their stores and for turnkey clients as well, as we set up what's called Autoblogger. Autoblogger is a Shopify app that can create blog posts every single day that are AI optimized. Now, it only really works for a main category of products. So, for example, like car lifts or something like that. You set it up for a specific keyword like car lifts, and then go into a keyword research tool like KW Finder. And you research car lifts and see all the various keywords that are related to that, and then you give it to all those keywords. It's going to create a bunch of different blog posts. They're kind of like FAQ, Q&A style how-to blog posts around that. So it'll build like a pillar of content. And then what I recommend doing is creating a best X for Y blog post around your main category, and then you can link all that stuff back to that blog post. For auto internal linking, we use Link Whisper. It works really good. It'll take all these keywords that you want to link to certain, categories or best posts or products or whatever, and you can set up the auto linking right there. And it's a very low cost. So Autoblogger and Link Whisper is a great combination. It's going to give you a lot of great content for SEO. Next thing you want to do is set up the Pinterest app. Pinterest is really good. You can set it up, install it. It'll automatically claim your website when you do that. And then you go and set up the smart RSS feed app and take the feed and put it into the auto content creation feature within Pinterest. It'll automatically create a pin for every single product on your site. And then that's going to, give you a lot of free traffic from Pinterest in the future. Next thing you should definitely do is set up Google Analytics. You just install the Google and YouTube app in Shopify. It's really simple. Set up your Google Analytics profile and your thing, and then you set up all your tracking pixels and all that stuff, and then you connect it, and you're good to go. And you'll have straight great data in Google Analytics that way. Next thing you should do is set up Google Search Console, verify your domain, and add the sitemap. And by doing that, you'll just basically be submitting all of your content to Google search engine, ranking thing. And then, that's going to give you the ability to get ranked and check your tracking as well. Another thing you can do is set up the Facebook and Instagram app. And that's going to allow you to install the meta pixel basically on your website. And you can use that later for retargeting ads. A really great way to get ranked in Google, though, is to use a thing called Flash SERP. Flash SERP, all one word. If you look it up, it takes a little bit of technical know-how, and you got to go through it. But they have how-to guides on how to do everything. Flash SERP is a great service because it's going to basically submit every single new page on your website that gets created, like a new blog post, for example, or a new product you add, to Google as soon as it gets created. So you get more of a opportunity to get ranked as fast as possible. All right, now a few things you should do also is you should definitely focus on optimizing your store for conversions. I see it happen over and over again where people build these really pretty stores and they just don't convert for whatever reason, or it just takes them a long time to convert because people will often land on these pretty stores and go through them. They get kind of confused and not really sure, and they'll click out. The stores that convert the best are like super simple and they kind of look old and yeah, they just have all these optimization features built into them that makes people want to buy right now, right here and now. And so that's what we try to do for our clients. A few apps that we like to use. Number one, Shopify Inbox for live chat. It works really good because it gets the customer to input the information before they start a chat, and that's going to enter a customer into your Shopify database, which then gives them it gets them added to your newsletter list in Klaviyo, and you can send emails to them. And every single new lead that comes in, obviously you should follow up them until you get a sale. Another app we use is the Pixie Photo Resize app. This is an app that is going to make all your pictures square so that, if you have like pictures of products that are like really tall and stuff like that, oftentimes it's going to make it very funky looking on your website, especially the collection pages. So definitely use an app like Photo Resize app to make sure that all those images are square. All right, the next is the Crush Speed and Image Optimizer app. This is going to make it so that your images are a lower file size, so you'll be able to, get your website loading faster. And I think that's one of the main things you should do. Check that out. Trusted Site app is really good for building trust. It gives your customers a guarantee that if your website, for some reason somehow gets them, identity theft or something, they'll have like some huge amount of coverage for that. So it just kind of gives them an added layer of trust and security. Another one that helps with SEO is the Schema Plus for SEO app, and that one will give you the ability to show up your organic rankings really nice with the price and the reviews and all that stuff in there. So Schema is really important. Definitely get that going. For adding product options, we like to use the Variance Option Product Options app. This app is going to give you the best look for adding, for customers that want to add products and stuff like that to the base product that they're buying. And one of the best ways to make more money with high ticket dropshipping is by adding on options to people's listings. All right, so next one is the SEO and 404 link redirect app. This is really good for finding 404 errors and also redirecting them straight to your home page automatically. And that one's free. And the next one is Judge Me for product reviews. Reviews are the most important thing. Judge Me is a great app for it. We found a little bit of a hack, which is really cool. What you can do is you place an order on your own website, maybe just for $1 or something like that, using your email address, your personal email address. And then every single review that you want to leave on that website, on your website, use that email address, and you just leave it as a website review. And you can put a different name for each one, but it'll show up as verified that way. So it's kind of a cool way to hack, like getting verified listings. I don't know if they're going to keep allowing that to happen, but hopefully, and it kind of makes it a little bit easier to make your site look more trustworthy. All right, and then for email marketing, SMS, all that stuff, lead generation, we like to use Klaviyo. Klaviyo has a really good, nice, clean setup, and they automate and they connect with the Shopify and all that stuff. So Klaviyo is really good. And by the way, all these resource links for these different softwares can be found at ecommerceparadise.com/resources, or just go to ecommerceparadise.com, click resources in the menu. I have some discounts for some of them, and they'll get you good deals and stuff like that. So go check that out. All right, and then when it comes to your Google Shopping feed, which you'll need to submit to Google Merchant Center, we like to use the Simprosis Google Shopping feed app. Simprosis is the best because it gives you advanced integration features, and it lets you integrate to Google, to Microsoft, to Facebook, to Pinterest, all these different shopping platforms. All right. For retargeting ads, AdWisely is a great app for that, for meta retargeting ads, but you have to have at least 100 orders a month, which is a lot. So I'm not sure if they're going to change that in the future, but you never know. And then for store management, got a few suggestions here. Number one, the Order Printer Pro app is really good for creating and submitting purchase orders to your suppliers that accept PDF purchase orders. It also allows you to create invoices for your customers and clients. For managing your inventory, StockSync app is really good. StockSync is a just basically updating app, and most of your suppliers will be able to provide you with a CSV. You can import to StockSync. It'll link each SKU to each inventory amount, and then you can update things automatically that way. For bookkeeping, I recommend Finaloop now, Finaloop. This is a great app for keeping track of all your bookkeeping stuff, within multiple stores even, and it's just really built for drop shipping, which is cool. And I use it now and fully, and I like it. It's a $250 a month. Yeah, and then for financing, definitely get on board with Affirm. That's one of the easiest ones to sign up for, and Klarna. After that, the only thing I found out about Klarna is they don't like to work with stores that have a restocking fee on there. So you might want to make sure that your wording on your store says, we don't charge a restocking fee, but if the supplier does, then we'll have to pass that on to you or something like that. All right, and then for extended warranties, I highly recommend CPS. CPS is a great extended warranty service. It's really professional, works for almost any niche, and great service out of all of them that I've used. I also used Extend in the past, which is great as well. But CPS I thought was a little bit better because they're just a little bit, older company and they're more optimized. For freight brokers, Freight Club and Freight Center are the two recommended ones. And for tax management, sales tax management, TaxJar. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. So scaling a website, a dropshipping store, really, it's just all about the fundamentals. It's just supplier recruiting, updating, and then you got to do your baseline marketing, social media, email, stuff like that, content, and then store optimization, SEO. There's a lot of stuff beyond that, which is really good for you. And those things that are beyond that is backlinks. Backlinks take a lot of work and can cost some money sometimes, but are really worth it. But really, I highly recommend first you figure out, number one, what are your most profitable products and what are your best sellers, and then kind of like find the perfect mix of those, the ones that sell really well and are high profit, and then just target backlinks right at those product pages because you want to rank number one for the product model and SKU keywords. You want those product pages to rank. The next thing that works really well is ranking for brand collections and branded keywords. Don't really try to go after generic keywords too much because with high ticket, it's just such a long buyer's journey. Later on, you can do that and you can build out things like, quiz funnels and things like that to capture, people's information. I mean, generic traffic does convert for lower priced high ticket products like $500 or something like that, and $300 high ticket products. But, generally speaking, obviously it's not going to be like your biggest profit producer unless you just have a ton of volume of them. But yeah, so making sure your product descriptions are fully customized, use AI for that. Brand and category collection buying guides. I like to do buyer's guides for collection pages. That works really good. You can even use page builders if you want to make page blocks and stuff like that to make things really nice and provide links to different parts of your website. It just makes things rank better, gets you more traffic and all that stuff. One really cool hack is to use KW Finder with the category keywords, and you can find more category keywords that are related to that have traffic, and create more collection pages specifically for those other keywords, and optimize those and create blog posts that link back and forth to those. And you'll rank for those other keywords as well, and you'll just get a ton of traffic to your website. So it's a great way to do it. Obviously, those best X for Y blog posts, those are going to rank really well. And the only thing is it takes a bit of work to upkeep those. Obviously products change, and so you have to make sure that those stay updated. But there's some hacks you can do for that. A great way to get traffic is by going to Google and searching your category or brand or product or whatever, and looking for the people also ask questions, PAA questions. It's going to be like a few little bars at under the first listings. And those are really good. So you just take those topics and make blog posts on your website for those topics. The first kind of backlinks you should make are profile backlinks. Profiles are just the easiest ones. Just go out there to all the different websites and create profiles on, like Web3 websites and social sites and stuff, and just create profiles with backlinks, and then maybe post a little bit of content. Like if it's like a blog posting platform like Medium, you make a few blog posts, link back to your website. If it's like a social site like LinkedIn or whatever, you weren't using before, then do that. Create some, posts, and then you're good to go. All right, the next thing is if you don't want to do cold email outreach to businesses. Okay, businesses oftentimes will be some of your best clients and customers overall because they're going to buy a lot of products. They're going to buy consistently from you. And you should offer them a little bit extra discount. But one of the best ways to do is to set up a tool called Gmass, which is a Gmail plugin. Gmass will allow you the ability to send to multiple email addresses at the same time and to have auto follow-ups set up. And you can even use a spreadsheet to build it out so you can customize those per each business. So just like whatever you're selling, if it happens to be something like in the garage, for instance, maybe like car lifts or something, you want to sell it to commercial garages, just make a list of all the different commercial garages, auto repair places that you can find through Google or something like that. And then, you can build out a email list in a spreadsheet, and then you can send GMass emails. I definitely recommend you set up separate emails for this. Don't use like your customer support email, because if you get spam reports, then your emails will go to spam all the time. So set up a separate email, maybe like sales ad or outreach ad or something like that, or maybe a name, a specific person's name. It doesn't have to be the owner. And yeah, just use GMass and get some clients. Yeah, one of the last things is for backlinks, especially that work really good, is guest posts. Those are great. There's a lot of high domain authority websites, like news style sites, that accept guest posts for a paid fee, like $50 to $100 maybe. Um, Press releases also work, but they generally don't get as good of results. But you can use those as well to get backlinks. Some of those news sites will, do that. But it generally has to be like Q&A style content or just sort of news style content. You can't do any like best X for Y posts for press releases. They're not going to accept it. But for guest posts, you can usually, and they might charge more. But one of the best ways to do it is two different ways: link insertion and parasite SEO. Link insertion is really good because basically you just go out and you find the websites that are already ranking for that keyword you want to rank for, like best X for Y, whatever it is. And then you reach out to them and say, hey, how much would it cost to add our link in a little section, onto your blog post? And you'll actually get some traffic from that right away. And, obviously you might get some conversions. If it's like a top 10 listing, you just give them one of your best selling products to add into there. That works really well. Next thing, parasite SEO is really interesting. You basically reach out to big news sites like Forbes or something like that, and you get them to allow you to post the best X for Y article on their website, and you link back to various websites, including your own. And that way you'll get traffic, you'll get, the backlink authority, and you're just going to boost everything that way. So yeah, that's also a great way to do it. All right, guys, so that's most of the stuff we work on for clients. High ticket dropshipping, it can get really complex, and but if you want to scale it and you find some really good suppliers, really good high profitable products, things obviously change year after year, so you're going to have to always be updating stuff when things change. And also trends will change. Sometimes your business will do really well, sometimes it will not do really well. So it's always good to kind of choose like an evergreen niche, and then just really try to get involved in the industry. Go to trade shows, talk to the suppliers, reps at the trade shows, build a relationship with those people, because those are the people that are going to make or break your business. And then later on, I would say look into private labeling your own products. It's probably one of the best ways to secure yourself in this business model, is to have your own product lines. Yes, it's going to cost money, but you're going to be able to control the inventory. You're going to be able to control the pricing and the competition. So all that stuff is great. But yeah, if you guys want help, go to ecommerceparadise.com. My name's Trevor, I'm the owner. And if you want to talk to me directly, you can book a free discovery call on any one of the services sales pages. But specifically, the turnkey done for you service is for entrepreneurs that want to start one of these businesses themselves. We do a full business build for you. And we also have a scaling service for people that started stores but haven't quite gotten them off the ground yet. And we have a management service, people that have gotten their stores off the ground and want help to manage and do the operations for their store. So go check that out, ecommerceparadise.com/turnkey/scaling/management, and all the resources for the software and stuff like that is /resources. Thanks so much, guys. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.